Helmet Ducks, it's Simon here. Hope everybody's doing okay. If you saw my video last night in which I shared with you the new deck from my lucky card, the Pam's Recoloured Tarot, you'll see that I've received a number of decks this week, and I said I'd come back today to explore these three decks that have come from Smithtiny, which is a company in Thailand. Mate Horror Number is the creator, although he does work with other creators as well. The first decks that I was familiar with was the Shuffle Tarot, which is the one where all the cards are jumbled around, so you might have, you know, the High Priestess hanging or about to step off a cliff in place of the Fool, etc. But since then, a number of decks have been released, and they are fast becoming favourites of mine. I think my absolute favourite is the Smithtiny, which is a kind of childlike, not childish, but childlike reimagining of the Rider-Waite Smith. And I love this deck. I got a Kelly Bear pouch for this deck, and I know that one of these as well is the 2.0 version, which I'm thrilled about. It is gorgeous quality with this beautiful metallic red. These are the backs, which I love. And it is just a gorgeous RWS deck. It is vibrant, colourful, beautiful cardstock, matte cardstock, borderless, and it just feels gorgeous. And another deck of theirs that I absolutely love as well is the Ganeshan Village Tarot, which I was lucky enough to get the special limited edition, which has this beautiful box with the Ganeshan Village Tarot and a special edition Majors Only. You've seen me show this, and you know, I've done walkthroughs of these, and I believe there is a couple of decks in one of these. So without further ado, let's have a look at what we've got. I won't do all the walkthroughs today, I'll do them over the next few days, but I'm particularly interested today in having a look at the Smithtiny 2.0, which is holographic, I believe. And I think I'll put the cards in order. We can have a bit of a side-by-side look as well. So I ought to do a speed up really, because it's going to take me a while to get into these. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to have a sup of my coffee. So there's actually 4 decks. I'll come on to these in a second. So we've got here the Chubby Bunny, and this is version 2 by Smithtiny, which again is very much in similar keeping to the Smithtiny Ganeshan Village style of art. It's by the 3 creators that have worked on various other decks. So we've got Mate Horror Number. I struggle to see this very small writing, but we've got Domzin Pufat and Jajia Pepado, probably completely slaughtering that name. But here we've also got the Chubby Bunny rune deck, so that's interesting. We've got a card with runestones, so we'll have a look at them over the next couple of days. And then I'm really excited about this, because after the Ganeshan Village was released and I did my walkthrough, it quickly became unavailable, and they just released a pocket-sized edition, and I was kind of like, damn, I really like the look of the pocket-sized edition. I know that Govinda from Gypsy Heart Tarot had the pocket-sized edition, and I really liked it, but this is the version 2.5 glossy hologram, so a glossy hologram edition. And again, we will have a look at that over the next couple of days. But what I want to have a look at today is what they've done with the Smithtiny classy hologram. And again, this is version 2.5. So really excited to have a look at this. So we can already see the difference in the box. We have our Empress on the front here, where we have the 10 of Cups card on the front here. This is number 9. I'm not quite sure what that number was. This one was number 11. And there's 1,000 decks. So number 9 of 1,000, and this was number 11 of 1,000. And then the backs look like this. So we've got some of the major cards and courts and minor cards. So let's have a look. I love this deck so much. It will feature in my top 10 decks of 2021. I know that because it's a favourite of the year. I do struggle to get into these tight shrink wrap. There we go. So like the original Smithtiny, it is a tuck box. I do like their tuck boxes because as you can see here, there's place for you to get your thumb in. It opens quite easily and the cards slide out really nicely. I love what they've done with these backs. Really, really nice. What's this? Oh, we've got a certificate. Look at the box as well. Look how sparkly. I hope that's picking up on camera. It's got like a metallic cold stamping here on the box, which is really nice and sparkly. Really good quality tuck box. Nice thick card. So I'm going to get out the original so we can do a side by side, and of course I will put these in order, but this feels thicker. I think it is thicker. Yeah, it's thicker. So the cardstock has improved, although the cardstock for this is really nice. Nice matte cardstock. Let's take off the bands. Okay, maybe I need to cut the bands. Thought they would slide off quite easily, but no. So what we've got here is a certificate, and you can see this kind of shiny holographic card. It's really nice. And it says certificate Smithtiny Tarot version 2, the white edition. I wonder how many editions is going to be. Copy number 9 of 1,000, and then the author, mate horror number is the person that I communicate with, and then artwork is Sim Pufat. I can see that much clearer here in this typed font, and the artist is Pet Pod Pot. I'm assuming that's how you say the name. Really like these back. They've almost got a Christmassy type feel to them, which coming up to Yule, that's quite nice. We've got an additional card here, which is a card that's for the backs. I tend to use these as kind of bookmarks. So yeah. Okay, and then we've got the Happy Ganesh card, but I'm going to put them in order so that we can have a bit of a side by side. Oh, they've done like they used to do with the RWS, you know, where you'd have like two blank cards, one for the front, one for the back, so that you can protect the deck. That's kind of what they've done here by giving us these cards, and it would protect because these have this lovely shimmering holographic effect to them. So these are really nice. You can feel that they're a little bit, very slightly bit thicker cardstock, but really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put the deck in order and I will be back. Okay, so welcome back. I'm hoping the quality of this will be okay, because I've had to turn off all the lights, because if I put a light on, and sirens are starting now, you'll see with this holographic, it's kind of casting, you know, like the rainbow effect on it, and it's not too bad, but I thought it could be quite distracting, so we'll try it without the lights. I've put this deck, this is the original Smithtiny, the first edition, and I'll put them in order so I can show you them side by side. Interestingly, there is a Happy Ganesh card added to this version, which I'm not quite sure why, because I thought, oh, perhaps it's the one that you get in the Ganeshan village. And it's very similar to the Hierophant card, as you can see here, although redrawn, but it's a Happy Ganesh card, so that's in the Smithtiny, and I'm not quite sure why. What's missing from this deck as well, which I really liked, these additional cards, which had Pamela Coleman Smith, Arthur Edward Waite, and then the William Ryder and Son build-in, which was kind of like a homage to the creators of the RWS Tarot, which I really like that. It's a nice touch. So I'm just going to pop the Ganeshan Village, and we'll, again, this is the original, we'll have a look over the next couple of days, the difference between this one and the 2.5 version as well. But for now, we're going to have a look at these two decks together. So in terms of size, the cards, as I said, are thicker. You can really see here, there are a good 10 cards or so thicker on this version, and that is because of this holographic background. So they are glossy now. I think I still prefer the matte version, because the matte version feels really, really nice. I do like the backs, I think they're beautiful. The font has changed, so in the original you get the kind of like this banner, this wooden banner with the title of the card. Here it is more kind of handwritten, well, it gives you, it's font, but it's like a handwritten font effect. The cards are exactly the same size. The original, as I mentioned, has this beautiful metallic red gilding, which is beautiful. And I've used this deck a lot, and it hasn't really, there's a couple of tiny little marks, but it hasn't really chipped. It's really good quality. This deck doesn't have any gilding at all. Maybe it's because the backs are white, although I think the red would have still been nice because there's the red flowers and pattern on the back. So that's the differences that I've noticed. So what I'll do is we will have a flip through side by side. This, in the camera, this looks like it's a lighter yellow. It's not, it's actually exactly the same. I think it's just, although it does look slightly lighter, but it looks more lighter on camera than it actually does with the naked eye. Okay, so let's have a look side by side. Okay, so there we have it. I put the light back on just so you can, because I don't really feel that with the lights on you can really get a sense of the holographic kind of aesthetic here that's over the cards. They just kind of look like a glossy cardstock, and it's actually quite nice with a light on. Just to say as well, at first I thought, well, I actually prefer these kind of titles on there, but what it has revealed to me, having this less obtrusive kind of font, is you get to see so much more of the image. So if we go to something like the Death card, I think I noticed, when you look at the Death card as a side by side, you get to see, you know, more of what's going on. Yeah, and on other cards, where's one that's really stood out? It's hard now because I've you know, I'm not going through them side by side like this. One in particular, the Four of Swords, had to be redrawn a little bit. I don't know if people saw that on the flip through. Where are we? So you'll see here the sword is lower down, and on this version the sword is up here. So because all this is taken up quite a chunk, they've repositioned the sword on that card. You've got the holographic showing there, haven't you? Some cards as well, you can really notice the color changes. It's not, you know, a million miles away from the original. Let me think of one. I think the Star was one card that where am I going? Need to be in the majors. The Star card in particular had quite a significant color change. It is much darker in this version. Can you see here? Quite significant. This actually looks more like a nighttime setting. So, and there's a few cards like that. Some are almost, you know, identical, but there's quite significant difference in some of the cards. So all in all, I mean, if I had to choose, I think I would stick with my original because I love it. I don't even know if this is still available anymore, but if there was only this version, I would be thrilled with it because it's the same artwork. It's a little bit better cardstock. I prefer the feel of the matte, but this adds quite a nice touch to the deck. And yeah, the Happy Ganesh instead of the Happy Squirrel. Yeah, I really like it. The decks that come from the guys over at Smithtiny are really, really good quality, and I love all their products. They haven't released a deck yet that I've kind of not enjoyed having as part of my tarot collection. So, all right, everybody, thank you for watching. I said last night I didn't know if there'd be a CC&C this week. There will be, because our night out is cancelled. So I will be here tomorrow as usual. I might get to film another video before then, perhaps looking at the Ganeshan 2.5 or the Chubby Bunny decks. But yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time, go in peace, namaste, and blessed be.